What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Anime Titties. Doki Doki Literature Club. Let's go. Back again with another episode. Which one? I think this one. Yeah, it's this one. Alright. Okay. Glad you did. My voice is a little fucked up right now. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Oof. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! He deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you I don't know if you plan to come here just to hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Doki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her mega collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself. Sorry, my voice is kinda. Oh, my nose burns. The air is so dry. Anyway. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying monika and manga. Manga is literature! Wow, I said that last episode. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys! Oof always gives it his best as long as he's having fun! He helps me with busy work without me even asking! Like cooking, cleaning my room! How dependable! Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends here, aren't you? I might be a little Ooh. Hey, Yuri. Come here, girl. How come? You and Oof can become good friends, too? Say Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? Hey, I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I will make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And you could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Get out of here. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would really feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Dot, dot, dot. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it, not for any particular reason, just curious. Just curious how come you have 2 copies of the same book. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon! I didn't realize I was yelling. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. I was reading it in my voice, damn it. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. I feel like that's a little bit of a foreshadowing, judging by the warning that I got at the beginning of this game. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Oof? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that these kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective, when horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things in these books fill my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Haha, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Keep yawning. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I could feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Ha ha ha. Here, this should work right. I slap my desk until it's up against Yuri's. Then I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in all the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here! Oh. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled over even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Also, her tits are fucking fantastic. Yuri, are you ready? Are you... Keep saying the wrong voice. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. It's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Ooh, she's smiling a bit. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Oh, her eyes move. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Is it you think so? Or you think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses all of the things that she says and does, like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But oof! That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess it meant it more that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? That's like such an anime hentai thing to say. What are you saying all of a sudden, senpai? Don't say that. Okay, everyone. ... Apparently we're yelling the exclamation points. Or we're yelling the... What is it, ellipsis? Ellipsis? I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright? Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know. That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters at your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then I slip it back to my bag. Or you could use a fucking bookmark. It's kind of a thing that we've had for fucking centuries now. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? No, I totally didn't. I totally forgot. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't. Oh, I can't wait. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf paper, loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, since we're getting a little touchy-feely with Yuri, I say we should show it to Yuri. Yeah, Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. Good reasoning. I can trust her opinion to be fair. ... As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? ... Well, we're questioning it. ... Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Ooh. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Fucking yawning. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly and looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I learned to pick up on them. Yeah, you're full of bullshit. I think that the most notable thing I recognize as new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they fit the two together. The end result is that both styles expressive... Can't talk. And the end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and sounds like an I was about to say experiment. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something that you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little too biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing in air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Sorry, taking a drink because my throat's dry. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something like a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo-hoo!
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Oof.
Really? Nani? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Oof.
Me too. Okay, out of the remaining three, who do I like the best? I don't know. Monika seems pretty cute. Let's go with Monika. Hi, Oof. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever need any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring your things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be able to bring things up. Or I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, would you share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Oof. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true.
I hand
what? I keep doing wrong voices. I can't fucking do that because my nose is clogged. Great job, Oof. I was going, ooh. Oof. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair.
Why do I keep doing the wrong voice? Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I've never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry about that. Do your own thing. You do you, boo-boo. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best. I'd love to see. She's thinking, I'd love to see you try me. That's the best way to kind of find a style. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else will be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always end up helping you find. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole and wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. Fuck! That I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. I like that one. I'm not a big literature poem kind of fan, but I like it. I like that one. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a lot. Or a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Oh, you mean like Stained? Like the band Stained? With the song Epiphany? Which is a great fucking song, look it up. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's coming out strongly. But maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain is too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never get any progress. Just force yourself to go jumping down onto paper and tidying it up later. Another way to think about it is this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big puddle of ink. So move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. It's like a fucking public service announcement. Alright. Okay, so out of these two, who do I like? Natsuki, I think, is not 18, so let's say Ori. This is a good poem, oof. Are you sure it's your first time? Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, oof. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Try and do things like this for other people. That's something that really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah? And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm not bad at that. I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast! I want breakfast! That's the best you could do! Damn it, now I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Yes, you can! I do it all the time! Fuck you! I forgot to do it last night! Well, at least it makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean! I still try my best! Well, at least you rhymed, Sayori. Unlike fucking Monika over here. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially the last line.
I made eggs and toast!
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast!
Well, hey, if you're late, just fucking just don't rush. Just be like, just calm yourself, relax. You can't be double late. You can't be late twice on the same day. So you know what? Just take that extra 15 minutes. Treat yourself. Just relax. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life.
Get all cranky!
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun! Monika's the best!
Yeah. But next
time I won't forget! And I'm gonna write the best poem ever!
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Oh, fuck. Wonder which one I'm gonna pick now.
Oof, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home!
What? Nani?
Would you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. It was not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I like to read it. I don't know how you emphasize. I don't know how you vocalize that. Painful to think about.
Fine! Well, sorry! You'll get better anyway! I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again!
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now! No, you're probably thinking stupid!
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. This song sounds like fucking Sesame Street.
Yeah! I told you weren't gonna like it!
I like it.
What? Nani? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks their writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't take our writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple wording is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Look, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then it made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a fucking pro! MLG pro, faggot! Get wrecked, son! I'm glad you learned something! Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if it's just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their... What? Fuck. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the wrong voice. The language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
Humph. Humph. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Oof did too. So based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Oof liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... Ooh! You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous of that Oof appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Ooh!
Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the only one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger in the sun as soon as Oof started showing up.
Well, did they really? Is she stuffing? Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little...
I don't like fighting, guys!
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Oof! She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and appreciate something that simple writing, learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making all of your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader and now force him to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Oof.
Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Oof?
Well,
how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be Yuri! Fucking Yuri's waifu right now. Yes, Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem.
see?
Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is so different.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Ooh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding me? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches up her poem in front of the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki!
She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair.
Sigh!
Everything all right?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri. How could anyone not have forgotten? How could anyone not have forgotten being frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, all right, I believe you. Thanks, Oof. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as a part of the club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So,
What thing did Natsuki say? Dash?
Exclamation point! Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea.
Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun. Well, I say it was worth it. It was all right. Well, mostly.
Oof, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
Dot.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination.
Oof! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Well, I think that's enough time for today. Thank you, guys. Why do I keep starting with that? I'm going to leave this episode here. If you liked it, please like, comment, subscribe. Link to my Patreon is down in the description below. Thank you, guys, so much. I will see all you. Why do I keep doing? I keep wanting to do the fucking Jacksepticeye one. Okay, let me start over. Link to my Patreon is down in the description below. Thank you guys so much. I will see you all in the next video. This is AeonAxis signing out.